All right, what's going on, guys? I know it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute, man. Couple of weeks, not that bad. Okay, so look, I got something good for you guys. Okay, you know I love talking about relationship, although I talk about other things, but relationship is the main thing because relationship is what I would say push us, motivate us to behave a certain way because we all, for some reason, looking for love, looking for, So I think it's important to understand it because we always talk about the good side, but we never talk about the bad side. We always trying to run away from understanding the bad side. But if you want to have a successful relationship, I strongly believe you should understand the bad side because if you do, then you will be able to manage your relationship successfully. Okay? With that being said, guys, let's say you're dating someone, right? In the beginning of the relationship, of course, amazing. Started very well. Can't stop thinking about the person. Always feel like being around that person. Always holding hand, doing all kinds of activities and stuff. Everything's going great. After a while, things starting to change. You starting to view the person a little bit differently and the person starting to behave a little bit differently and you realize you guys not getting along very well and you're scratching your head, what the hell happened? All right, I'm going to make you understand. Let's say you're walking on the street, right? And you notice a nice chick walking towards you, a nice looking woman walking towards you. She's wearing a nice dress, nice shape, probably blue or red dress, her hair looking nice, her lipstick. Man, the way she walking and everything, really confident. And you're like, damn, I want to get to know her. I want to get to know that woman. I'm going to approach her and get her number. And you approach that woman. And of course, when you approach her, you did not present your true self. You did not present 100% of yourself, your true personality. You present an artificial version of yourself because you want to show her that you're the best candidate. And you spit your line, you make her happy, you make her laugh, you're so nice and everything. Yo, everything going smooth. And you manage to get that number. And you guys jump on to getting to know stage. You guys getting to know each other. You're like, damn, okay. She's the one. She's very nice. And you can't stop thinking about her. You like, she's on your mind. And you guys texting, calling all the time. The thing about getting to know, do we really talk about our true selves? Because realistically, we don't share our secret thoughts. We don't share our true selves with strangers, with people we don't know. It's not what we do as human beings. We always present a good version of ourselves, a nice version of ourselves, a polite version of ourselves, not the aggressive side, not the crazy side. We never present those sides. We keep them hidden. Really tight. It's the reason our skeletons remain in our closets. And the woman thinking to herself, like, damn, this guy is a really good guy. He's so romantic. He always calling, checking up on, doing all kinds, whatever people do nowadays. And you in your head, you're thinking like, whoa, this chick is very good. Look what she's saying. The thing is, we always tell people what they want to hear. We behave the way people expect us to behave to get what we want. So let's go back. What create that attraction is what we need to understand because many things can trigger that attraction, guys. See, it's the thing we always missing. We forget our limbic system. We forget the chemicals we have in our system. Because at the end of the day, anything can trigger that system. Anything can trigger the chemical. And the thing we need to understand, guys, I always say the system cannot tell the difference between something real or something fake. It only reacts to chemicals or protect itself, and the sexual instinct on the other hand, it doesn't care about anything romantic, all the stuff they put out there, like the culture say, oh, you gotta fall in love, you gotta do this. The limbic structure does not care about that at all. Zero. It doesn't even know anything about love. What the hell is love in the limbic structure? It does not know, because it only cares about reproducing itself. That's it. And it need a mate to produce itself. And the way it does is just it trigger a chemical inside of the system. Once the dopamine hit, you're going to feel motivated. You're going to feel attracted to that person. You're going to feel like being close to that person. You're going to feel like you have a connection with that person. But it's just many different chemicals in your system flowing, playing tricks on you. It's the reason you can't stop thinking about the person. You can't get the person out of your mind, nothing like that. And you present a good version of yourself, the good chemical version of yourself. How you feeling is what you're presenting. You know, even if people, they don't talk about their true selves, their true character, their true personalities. They're not lying about their feelings. They really feel the way they express, the way they say, or the way they do, the way they behave. It's a true feeling. It's a true feeling that they express, but you have to understand it's just the limbic structure triggering chemicals. It's the chemical making the person behave in a certain way to get, to make the copy, of course. That's how it works. So it's the reason. Like I said, many different things can trigger that attraction. It could be the way the person walk. It could be the color. It could be the color red, the color yellow. It could be the person's shape, anything. And once the chemical triggered, the perception, the mind, gonna also present a good picture of that person. Even if the person, let's say, showing all the red flags, displaying all the crazy red flags, for you to stay far away from that person. Because of the chemical, you will bypass all of them. You're going to create stories in your head that you can change that person, or the person capable of doing good. We don't want to judge. All kinds of different things for you to propel, for you to go towards that person, for you to be with the person, for you to reproduce with that person. It's what's going to happen. Your vision, the person gonna look extremely attractive. The person gonna appear to be the best person on earth. The person capable of changing. The person capable of doing so many different things, but not knowing. The movie, the perception is in your head, not in reality. And it's the reason, let's say you move in with the person, you guys decide to start a family and everything. With time, things starting to change because the emotions starting to fade away. Because, once the sexual instinct get what it wants, once the sex happen and everything a couple of times, the emotions starting to flee, it's starting to fade away with time. And it's when you're going to see the person's true personality, true character. It's when you're going to see the real reality. And usually it's too late. And that's the reason people end up like, yo, damn, it's not the person I met. Like, what the hell happened? You're a whole different person. But you were getting to know that person. You should know the person by now. Why are you confused? It's because at that time, the emotion was very strong. The dopamine was strong in your system. Serotonin is strong in your system. And you create a whole story, a whole concept, a whole blueprint of that person, a thing that you imagine probably years ago, or you imagine yourself you imagine having in the future or something. It's what you present. It's what you put on that person. But it's all in your mind. And the thing about the getting to know stage again, no one really talk about, let's say, the mental trauma, all kinds of like mental problems, especially when we under stress, when we find something that stimulates us, man, our mind just lit up. we see things all amazing. Whatever stimulates us is what we're gonna go towards because we feel like that thing gonna resolve our problem. That thing gonna solve all our stress. Especially when it comes to loneliness. Loneliness literally push people towards relationship, not because they really want a relationship or they're ready for a relationship or they even know what they want, but the fact that they do not want to be alone, they're afraid of their loneliness, they're afraid of boredom, they push towards, or whoever present themselves, they rush and take the opportunity. So you could be dating a crazy person and not knowing. You could be dating a psychopath, not knowing. Because at the end of the day, as long the person makes you feel good, as long the person trigger the chemical in your system by just wearing the right clothes, walking a certain way, able to communicate effectively, whatever triggered the emotion is what going to force you to be with that person. But again, with time, everything just fade away. And it's the reason we always end up with the wrong person or with wrong people. You could be in a club dancing, you're having a good time, music blasting, everyone's sweating. The pheromone alone can trigger the attraction. And you bump into a guy or you bump into a female, but oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to. And all of a sudden, oh, wow, she looks good. Oh, wow, he looks good. And you guys, oh, maybe we should exchange numbers. Oh, man, no, forget about exchanging numbers. Let's do it right now. You know, start hugging up each other and everything. You know, you feel good with that person, especially if alcohol in the system. Even worse, the emotion, the chemical gonna be extremely, extremely strong. And you take that person home and you start doing, and when you wake up in the morning, you look at the person like, hold up, man, it's not the person I met last night. You look completely different. What the hell happened? And you start scratching your head like, whoa, what the hell? It's your emotion. The emotion can alter your perception. The emotion can change the way you view things. The things we see, guys, it's in our mind. And if you're in a good mood, if you, like, let's say, experience a good feeling, whatever's in front of you gonna appear extremely good too. So it never the subject, it never the thing. It's us experiencing it. It's us having the image in our head. It's us creating the image in our head. So it all depends on how you feel. If you're feeling good, the thing gonna appear good. If you're feeling bad, it's the reason you will hear people say, oh, I enjoy myself. See, when you hear people say, I enjoy myself, which means the interpretation, the perception, the story that they have in their head was good. Was good. But it never the thing, let's say, if you decide to go on vacation, you go on a beach and stuff, the beach will remain the same. Nothing will change about the beach. It's the way you view the beach, your experience at the beach will create that good, I enjoy myself feeling. You can go on a vacation with a friend and the friend having the worst time and you having a good time. You're like, wow, I'm having fun. And the friend is like, nah, I'm not having fun, man. It's boring. I want to go home. But you're like, what? It's fun. It's lit. It's because we experience things differently. We experience things in our mind. So it's the same thing with relationship. It's the same thing with meeting someone. If the person dressed nice, if the person's confident, certain color combination, the way the person fixed their, many different things. Once the chemicals triggered, the person going to appear attractive and you're going to be attracted to that person. And if the person extremely charismatic, game over. It's just icing on the cake. Let's put it like that. But again, with time, you're going to realize the person not your match. You're not matching. You're not meshing well with that person because it's a whole different personality. And with personality, we can switch it at any time. It's the mask, guys. We can switch it any time. The way we behave around our parents is not the way we behave around our friends. It's not the way we behave around our spouse. It's not the way we do. You could be around your parents, you behave like like a nice person or whatever, like a childlike type of behavior. When you're around your friend, you buck wild. Things you would say, things you will talk about, the conversation, no limit. When you're around your spouse, you behave like a husband, you behave like a wife, like a good wife, like a good husband. When you're around your children, you behave like a father, you behave like a mother. You behave completely, you're a whole different human being. So we can switch our personality at any time. Or I should say, our personality can switch at any time. Depends on the environment, depends where we are, who we are around. It can switch, boom, just like that. So the person you met, with time, going to be a whole different person, because once you get used to that person, or once the person get used to you, once the emotions start to fade away, the person going to reveal their true nature, their true habit, their true character. Is the guys, I can give you guys 100 different reasons. Look at habits, for instance. The person not going to display their bad habits. So let's be real. The person going to keep their bad habits hidden. The person going to keep their bad habits hidden. You're not going to see it. You're only going to see it in the future. You see the problem? So, me personally, I don't think there's such thing as like, oh, you dating the right person, you're going to meet the right person. I don't believe in that. It's all about pure understanding. And if you're going to, let's say, get to know a person, you should put your emotion aside. You should put your emotion aside and look at reality for what it is and give it time, because with time, the person will eventually start leaking out real pattern, real behavior, real character. But if you rush into it, you listen to your emotion, you're like, oh, you create stories in your head, you're going to end up making a terrible decision. Because it's your emotion literally blocked your decision making, prevent your decision making from making decision for you, because it hijacked your frontal section, which means it's just the limbic system acting, because it needs to find a mate to reproduce. It's the goal, okay? It's the goal. Whether we like it or not, it's going to be the goal. It will be the goal. It had been the goal. It has been the goal. You name it. But if you want to go into something real, leave your emotion behind and go with pure understanding. And I guarantee you will make better decision. Okay? So guys, what do we do here? We learn, we push, and we grow to become the best version of ourselves. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button for more great content. If you have anything to say, let it out in the comment section. See you next time. Ciao.